Welcome to Bryer CD Showcase. I'm Bryer and welcome back to another video. And it's been quite a while since I've done an unboxing video, so I think the time's right for another one. So today we have this one right here. I know it's a bit dirty. It was I think it got into the lawn or something. But anyway, that's one. Then we have two, and finally we have this. A little box. Of course, I believe there's just one CD in here. A little excessive much? Maybe. I don't know. I'm just playing around here. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's open these up. I think in total these are 4. So without further ado, let's open them up. Let me get my cutter. So here it is. It's been a long time since you've seen this thing. So as usual, we're gonna start with the box first because that's the most exciting part. Like how this part is just hanging on the side here. Come on. Okay. There we go. Come on. Yeah. So here's has these like paper things, and the first CD is all right. Cool. So this is by artists I'm pretty sure most of you have not heard of, and even I didn't know this person before. So the artist is called, I hope I said this right, Weyes Blood or Wace Blood, and the album's called Titanic Rising. So this is it. There's the back. So probably wondering, who the heck is this person? Well, I can't really give you much info because I'm still very new to her, but from what I gathered, she's kind of a newer artist. So this came out in 2019, and she's like a singer-songwriter. But what interested me is kind of not quite the story, because again I don't know much, but kind of what people have described her music. And from what people have described, it's very much like almost a 70s retro pop sort of sound. And the story how I came to know about this album, because one of the channels I watched, the channel's Elliot Roberts, and he recently did a video about this album saying you have to listen to this. And that's how he described it, like a 70s retro pop album. And I went on Spotify. I didn't listen to the whole album. I just listened to the first song, because generally nowadays when it comes to when it comes to buying albums, I try not to use Spotify a whole lot nowadays, because for the most part I want to be surprised when I get the actual album. So I'll probably play like the first 1 or 2 songs just to get a feel for it, and if I like what I'm hearing, then I'll probably put it on the list, or I'll buy it right away. So this is an example of me buying it right away. So yeah, pretty looking forward to this. If you're wondering what this album sounds like, I got from the song I heard, I got a little bit of Carpenter vibes. So it definitely feels like something I hear from the Carpenters. Like not quite that, cheesy. I mean, I can't believe I'm using cheesy just to use the Carpenters, but not quite like that sort of production. It still has some of a modern flair to it. So I'm looking forward to hearing this album in full. So her real name is Natalie Murring. That's her real name. Weyes Blood is just a stage name. But here's the inside. It does come in a nice little LP replica, like how it would be if you had a vinyl. See, let's open it up. And it even comes in a little sleeve. Look at that. And there's nothing else though. There's no booklet. That's kind of disappointing, but oh well. Let's check out the disc. So here it is. That's the disc. Pretty cool. All right, so that's Titanic Rising by Weyes Blood. Let's put that back. Let's put that here for now. Okay, next, let's go with hopefully you can see that side. Well, let's go with the dirty side one next. So I'm just gonna rip it open. And this one is, all right. So this goes out to one of my viewers. This goes out to Carl Twiddle. I hope I said that last name right, but Carl is one of my viewers. He comments on a lot of my videos, and just not that long ago he suggested a song to me, because sometimes he'll not request but suggest a song for me to check out. And one of the songs he wanted me to check out was, I believe it was Into My Arms. I believe that was the song. So Into My Arms is done by Nick Cave and the Bad Seed, and this is off The Boatman's Call. So I've been meaning to get into Nick Cave for a while now, because in the vinyl community he comes up a lot. So, but I've never really took the opportunity to check him out. But you know, after Carl suggested that song, that was kind of when, like, I think the time is right. And you know, people say this is one of his best albums, so let's go ahead. Let's have a look-see. Let's see what's inside. Now, I do notice it has the top sticker of death here, which I'm so glad you don't see CDs with these anymore, but still, on once in a blue moon, you'll find that sticker. So, whatever. Alright, well, wish me luck. I'm going to try and get the sticker off, so I might fast forward this segment. So let's do it now. Alright, there we go. So here it is out of the shrink wrap, and there's the back. Sew it up. Here's the disc. And there's not much to say on the inside because it's all black. So now let's look at the booklet. So you just have the lyrics here. It's in this red font. This is definitely not a booklet you should read in the dark. See, guess you have like a little bit of a history thing. Then you have all the credits. Pretty simple. Alright, so looking forward to listening to this whole album in full. And of course, I'll let you know my thoughts on these albums at the end of the month. Alright, so now let's head to this one. So this will be the last one for today. Let's see what's in here. Ooh. So there's one big one and there's one skinny one. So next up is we have Paul McCartney and we have Ram. I've been getting to a pretty big Paul McCartney kick recently. I've been watching lots of videos on him, and I've really been trying to get into his solo career, but you know, things keep happening. It keeps getting put off. So time is right to get some more. So I went with Ram because from what many people say, this is his best solo album. So of course, there's also credit to Linda McCartney as well. Okay, so let's take a look, and it's from the archive collection, so I'm hoping it's in that same packaging as it was for Flaming Pie, which I showed off in a short not that long ago. Let's take it out. Let's cut it open. Doesn't quite feel like the Flaming Pie, but still, this is like high quality like material for this. Okay, we open it up. You have all this. And look, what? Just like in the Flaming Pie, you have the booklet built into it, which again, which is so cool. Love how this is put together. That's a creepy. That's not a creepy image. Of course, it has the lyrics. Of course. Here's some more photos of Paul and Linda. Some more photos of Paul and his family. This is the last page. Yeah. Okay, if we open up the other panel, we have the CDs themselves, and look, you even get a little ad. Keep saving this. Okay, and let's take out the CDs. Again, they come out through the top. Careful, careful, come on. There we go. Okay, good. So here's disc 1, special edition remastered album. So this, I think this just has the original album, okay, and then disc 2 is the bonus audio. So let me put this back. Let me just quickly show off the second disc. All right, so I'm looking forward to listen to this one. So that's Paul McCartney with Ram. Okay, and we have one more to go, and this is a big one. This is another Beatles solo album, and this is probably one of the most popular one. We have George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. And he even comes in this like little box too. So this is the 50th anniversary edition. Deluxe 3 CD pack, new mix by Paul Hicks, 3 CDs featuring previously unreleased studio outtakes and demos. So yeah, pretty cool. This came out in 2020. So let's look inside. Almost forgot this. Put that there. So here it is outside of the shrink wrap. Here's the back. Ooh, that's pretty hard. That's a tight fit. That's what she said. I'm sorry. Hey, come on. Okay, so just, it's like a clamshell. Okay, we got some credits here. The following musicians contributed to this album. On drums and percussion, Ringo Starr, Jim Gordon, Alan White. Rest in peace to him. Bass guitar, Klaus Vormann and Carl Rattle. Keyboards, Gary Wright, Bob Whitlock, Billy Preston, Gary Brooker. Okay, pedal steel guitar, Pete Drake. On regular guitar, George Harrison, Eric Clapton, Dave Mason. Tenor saxophone, Bobby Keys. Trumpet, Jim Price. Rhythm guitars and percussion, Badfinger, the band, which of course are Mal Evans. Sorry, wrong part. What is this? Mal Evans, T, and Sympathy, and trombone, and introducing the George O'Hara Smith Singers. Okay, orchestral arrangement by John Barnum. Recording engineer Ken Scott and Philip McDonald. Package design photography Tom Wilkes, I don't know how you say that. Barry Feinstein. And of course produced by George Martin and Phil Spector for Apple Records. And fun fact, a young Phil Collins was actually a part of these sessions. Of course, none of his percussion parts made on the album. And even Phil said that, yeah, he has no hard feelings about it because he listened to his tracks and he was like, yeah, they suck. But a little tidbit for you. Okay, so here's the booklet. Let's look at the booklet first. There's George. Here's a quote by George. Those photos. A quote by Danny Harrison, George's son. And here's like I guess an interview with Paul Hicks and Danny. Another great good photo here. Credits. And just tells you same thing on the back. Up next, we have this fold out, which I'm guessing is going to be a poster. So on the back, you have this little, very dark photo of George here. And on the back, you just have the lyrics. Of course, I already know. I know My Sweet Lord. That's probably the only song I'm very familiar with. Everything else is going to be pretty new to me. So I'm looking forward to actually listening to this album proper. Then here we have all the discs. So they come in these little sleeves. This is CD 1, CD 2, and disc 3. Okay, let's see if they are. I'm just going to quickly check if they're all on the same disc or they all have their own unique designs. Okay, so here's disc 1. Slide you back in. Disc 2. Okay, there's not much difference. Let me just verify one more time. Yeah, they are kind of in that same. Disc 1 and 2 are kind of the same color. I think it would have been cool if they've been like different colors. But let's see if disc 3 is different. Okay, disc 3 is different. Oh, lost the sleeve. Apple Jam. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's put these away neatly. I'm gonna put the poster, the lyrics, and the booklet on the bottom. I'll put the CDs on top. That seems a bit more right, in my opinion, at least. So there you have it. So let's do a brief recap. We have All Things Must Pass, the 50th anniversary edition from George Harrison. We have Paul McCartney and Linda McCartney with Ram. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, The Boatman's Call. And finally, Weyes Blood with Titanic Rising. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Comment below your thoughts on any of these albums I have. Of course, I'll give my thoughts at the end of the month. So again, look forward to that. And I'll see you next time. Thank you, and goodbye for now.